Good morning, kids, and welcome back. Today I'm going to be reading a very special book to me because it's talking about a very great and famous artist, one of my favorites, my favorite one. It's Frida Kahlo and her Animalitos. The book is by Monica Brown and illustrated by John Parra. Let's check it out. This is the story of a little girl named Frida who grew up to be one of the most famous painters of all time. Frida was special. This is also the story of 2 monkeys, a parrot, 3 dogs, an eagle. Where is the eagle? Can you see the eagle? It's not here. A black cat, a fawn. They were Frida's pet and they were special too. Have you got a pet? Maybe a cat or a dog or a hamster. I don't think you have a fawn or a monkey, but let's check it out. Frida had a parrot named Bonito. Like her parrot, Frida was colorful. She liked to wear bold shades that celebrate indigenous Mexico and their own heritage. She lived in a house, the color of a parrot's bright blue feather, La Casa Azul, where she grew up with her mom, dad, and sister. Frida had a pet fawn named Granizo. Like her fawn, Frida had watchful, beautiful eyes. When Frida closed her eyes, she remembered her life as a little girl. Frida was always with her father, a photographer who taught her to look at the world through curious eyes. Frida and her father walked to the park to collect bugs, to look under the microscope. Frida's father also taught her to paint finishing touches on his photographs. Frida loved the small brushes and the beautiful colors. Frida had a cat with black, shiny fur, the same color as her long dark hair. Like a cat, Frida was playful. But as a child, Frida wouldn't always play. When she was 6, she got very sick. She was in bed for a long time. But little Frida didn't get sad or bored. Instead, she used her breath to make mist on the window, and then she drew a door with her finger. Frida used her big imagination and curious eyes to walk out the door with a magic friend, a little girl who danced and played like a kitten. Frida was independent like a cat. Frida's sickness left one of her legs different from the other. And children made fun of her. But this didn't stop her from skating and riding bikes and rowing on the lakes of Catapulco Park, so that her leg could get stronger. Frida was not afraid to do things other little girls didn't usually do. She wore overalls and boxed and wrestled. Frida had 2 spider monkeys, Fulan Chan and Caimito del Guayabal. Like her monkeys, Frida could be mischievous, even when she was a teenager. When Frida was 15, she went to a school called the Preparatoria and found a group of friends she loved. Like Frida, her friends were curious and learned all they could. Together, they read and studied and argued and sometimes got in trouble. Wearing matching caps, they rode donkeys through the halls of the Preparatoria and set off firecrackers. Frida had an eagle named Gertrudis. Like her eagle, Frida's imagination could fly high. When Frida was 18, she was in a terrible accident, and once again, she had to be in bed for many months. This time, Frida didn't create a magic friend. She created art. Frida's mother made her a special easel and hung a mirror over her canopy bed so Frida could paint. Frida used her imagination and curious eyes to do just that. Fit, what do I need you for when I have wings to fly? And if those weren't enough pets, Frida had 2 turkeys and 3 dogs. Signor Solotto, Signorita Capolina, and Signora Costi. Frida's turkeys were intelligent and sensitive just like herself. And like Frida, her dogs were warm and loving. When she was lonely or sad, she would wrap her arms around them and they would comfort her. Her solo dogs were the same breed that ran and hunted with the Aztecs thousands of years ago, and the reflections of Frida's heritage, of which she was very proud. Frida's dog had no hair, but their bodies were warm, and Frida gave them great big hugs whenever she felt lonely or sad. Frida animalitos were spirited and entertaining just like Frida. When her 2 spider monkeys were being good, Frida would hold them like babies. But when they were being mischievous, they would steal sops and fruits and leap through the windows, so no one could catch them. Her parrot, named Bonito, liked to snuggle under the covers while Frida took naps and would do tricks at the dinner table for pats of butter. Frida's animalitos played all day in the courtyard at La Casa Azul, the bright blue house on Londres Street. Her husband, Diego Rivera, even made the animals a pyramid to climb on so that the pets could roam freely. When Frida painted, her pets would keep her company, and Frida painted all the time while the birds sang, the dogs barked, and the turkeys danced in the garden. Frida's animals were her children, her friends, and her inspiration. Frida painted when she was sick and hurting, and Frida painted when she was happy. She also painted when Diego was gone and she was sad. But Frida was never really alone at La Casa Azul, the bright blue house on Londres Street. She had her animals and herself, and she painted both. Frida painted herself with Fulan Chang playing with ribbons. She painted herself with Bonito, the parrot, and Signor Solotto, the dog. She painted her black cat too, peeking over her shoulder. Frida painted herself with all the pets she loved so much, and even butterflies and caterpillars. Her paintings were magic. And today, if you visit La Casa Azul in Coyoacán, just outside of Mexico City, you might hear the sound of a bird or see a black cat jump from the pyramid that sits in the courtyard of the bright blue house on Londres Street, where Frida and her animalitos lived so many years ago. This is the end. And this is a picture of Frida Kahlo with Fulan Chang in La Casa Azul. Did you like this story? See you next time. Bye bye, boys and girls.